At any given moment, firefighters from Pikeville Fire Department could be called to an emergency in progress. That's why it's important for them to stay on their toes and have the fastest possible response time to be the difference in a potential life or death situation. Public Information Officer Hunter Farron tells us what it's like when they receive an emergency notice.
In our department, typically the way things would work is your first alarm would be just that station itself. So that could be fire alarms, that could be car wrecks, things like that. And then you work into your second alarm. That's going to be every station from the people that are on shift. So a third alarm would be an all call to all off-duty personnel. It would be a page going across your phone. If you're off duty, you would get a call. You would kind of tell you what it is, if it's a structure fire, car wreck, things like that, and what's needed, whether it's manpower or covering calls. So people are going to come into the station. They'll cover ambulance calls as they come in or other fire calls. Or depending on the scenario, they'll go on to the scene for extra manpower, extra hands, maybe even bring some equipment, another truck, things like that. And then our fourth alarm would be calling for mutual aid from our local departments. We'd get typically Coal Run. We work with Millard as well on the Chloe side. And then any other department based on if they have some sort of special, if it's a water call, things like that.
Ahoy, treasure hunters! The treasure bin is now open. Thousands of new items every day. Fridays and Saturdays are just $8 an item. Dropping all week long until Wednesday when everything's just $1. We're on Town Mountain Road next to Mona's. The Treasure Bin, where every day is a treasure hunt. Find us on Facebook or stop by today.
For a structure fire scenario, they employ multiple fire engines to pump as much water as possible. They prioritize searching for victims before dousing fires.
In the instance of a structure fire, we would roll in, and the first truck in, whether that be station 1, 2, or 3, is usually going to deploy an attack line and get water flowing through that attack line. That's going to be what we fight the fire with. That's where water's coming from. And then that first or second truck in is going to do a search. So our first priority is to go ahead and get a search done. That's searching for victims, somebody that may have been left inside of the fire, maybe stuck or trapped. So we want to try to preserve life first, and then we're going to start working towards fighting the fire, making that environment better. And those things can happen at the same time. So typically your second truck in, that's going to be the one that's going to find a hydrant. They're going to connect to a hydrant and get water supply. So we carry 750 gallons on our frontline engines. So we've got 750 gallons to fight fire with before we have to hook into a hydrant and be able to get an added water supply.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.